Hello everybody, welcome back to our HTML crash course episode 4. So kindly follow me today. We are going to talk about important things. We are going to continue with JavaScript. We are going to discuss the JavaScript functions, what functions are, what they do. We are going to talk about iFrames and many more, as you know. So kindly like and don't forget to subscribe because we are going to have more content on website building and development. So you don't want to miss out on this journey. This is just the beginning, so don't forget to like and subscribe and turn on the notification so that you don't miss any upcoming videos that we are going to be dropping. Alright, so today we are going to start with iFrames, HTML iFrames, which means inline frames. Alright, iFrames, which means inline frames. Okay, so this is iFrame. So what iFrame does, it embed a video, it embed a window from another website. Okay, so let's say when you visit a website and you see YouTube videos on there, let's say if you visit a music streaming website and you're able to see a YouTube video, you're able to watch the video, play the whole video without visiting youtube.com. It was done with iFrame. Okay, so I'm going to give you examples, alright, and show you how to embed iFrames. Okay, so basically you have to set your source of the web page or the window you want to embed, and you have to set your width and other things. So without wasting much time, actually, let's get into it. Let's get straight into it. All right. Okay, so with iFrames, we are going to give you an example. So before we do that, let's split our screen and put this code to the left, okay, and our browser at the right side. Okay, so that is Windows and left arrow key, and this is going to be Windows and right arrow key for the browser. So let's start with the Google map. Okay, so you can just search for hotel in Ghana and you go to the maps section. Okay, and this is Accra Marriott Hotel. So let's say we are building a website for Accra Marriott Hotel and we want to embed their location directly into the website so that visitors can easily navigate to their location. So we are going to click on this share icon here and you are going to go to embed a map. So you copy HTML. Okay, so you're going to copy this HTML and you come back to your browser, your VS Code. Okay, and you're going to copy and paste. You paste the HTML code there. Okay, so this is the HTML code, and let's go back to our website and you can see this is it. Okay, this is our Accra Marriott Hotel Google map embedded here. So let me put an H1 here and name it. Okay, so Google map. Alright, so this is it. So with the iFrame, it came with a width of 600 pixels and a height of 450 pixels and border 0, load lazy, and this is the search src attribute which gives us the code that we took. Okay, so let me give you another example. As I said earlier on with the YouTube video, let's say you're on a website and you're watching a video. Okay, so let me copy this h1 and bring it here, and let's name it YouTube. Okay, so with the YouTube video, let's go to YouTube. Let's say this is my video, some of our videos actually, and let me share this video on our website. Okay, so what we are going to do is, you can see embed here, the embed sign. We're going to click on the embed and we're going to copy everything. Okay, when you copy it, you come back to your VS Code. Okay, let's go back to our browser here, and inside the body section, okay, inside the body section, let's paste our copied embedded code from YouTube. Okay, so as you can see, this is our YouTube video right inside our website that we are building. Okay, and you can actually watch every bit of the video. Okay, you can watch it all here. All right, so this is what we use HTML iFrames for, inline frames, and it's called iFrames for short. Okay, so I'm going to clean everything now. So imagine you have a button on your website that when you click on it, you can change words. Alright, so that is what we are going to do now, and we are going to use the script tag. Okay, this script tag, it is what we use to write client-side JavaScript. So as you see, when I write scripts, Visual Studio is automatically suggesting JavaScript for me. That is not what I want to do now. So JavaScript is basically the brain of your website. Let's say HTML is the structure, CSS is the styling, okay, and JavaScript, it is the brain or functionalities of your website. Okay, so we are going to create a p tag here. Before that, let's clean everything here. Okay, and let's create a p tag and let's name it. Click the button. So as I said earlier, we are going to create a button that is going to change words when we click on it. So let's give it an ID of demo. So this ID is what is going to help JavaScript to locate this p tag. Okay, so then let's create our button now. So inside our button, we have to input a function in it. So on click is the statement we are going to use. So what happens when we click? We want to show a message. So we put show message here. Okay, and let's use parentheses. Okay, this bracket is called parentheses. And let's go back and create our script and input our JavaScript statements inside. Okay, so this statement, what it basically means is it's a function which says show the message. And which message? This message in our inner HTML, which can be identified with the ID of demo. So with the ID demo helps JavaScript to identify our our paragraph. Okay, so we specify this ID by saying get element document.get element by ID, and we put your demo ID here, and inner HTML is also going to tell JavaScript that we want to change something in our HTML document. And what do we want to change? We want to put hello world into it. Okay, so we are going to show the message of hello world in our demo. And where is the demo? This is the demo. Okay, so that's what it means. So let's go to our website and click the button. Alright, so as you see, when you click the button, it has changed to hello world. Let me refresh again. When I click it, hello world. Okay, when I click it, hello world, that's what I'm going to get, because I'm using a JavaScript function to change this demo content, which is what, click the button. Okay, and so when we click the button, which is this button, when we click, it's going to change. Okay, when we click, it's going to change. Okay, so one thing is, in JavaScript we use camel case. The first word is a small letter, the next word is a capital letter. I start with a capital letter to help readability, so it's called camel case. You can see the same thing applied to get element by ID. Everything is in the camel case. And this one to inner HTML, this is how you write inner HTML, but it starts with small and continues with capital. Okay, I hope everything is clear. You might not get it now because you might need practice, but this is just the beginning. That's why I say just follow, and we are going to build and drill this into each one of us so that we all get good at writing code and becoming good developers. All right, so HTML file paths. File paths tells the browser where to find files like images, CSS files, or script files. Okay, so imagine your HTML file is a living room, and the images and CSS and JavaScript files are other rooms. Okay, so when you tell the HTML file to go to which room to get an item to pick. Okay, so let's use an image, for example, images here. We are going to insert an image. Okay, let's use this file path. This file path I'm going to show you is called a relative file path. So we are going to tell HTML. Okay, so this dot slash is telling HTML to look into the root folder, which is the index.html folder here. I mean this folder right here. Look into it. What are you going to find? You're going to find images folder. Okay, so when you go to the room, you are going to find a box there which is called images, and inside that box there is myunited.png. Okay, so that is it, myunited.png. That is what this file path means, the dot slash. And you can also use it in a way. Okay, let's go ahead and try this example. You can tell HTML to go direct to what images folder. Okay, and find myunited.png. Okay, so that one too works. It works the same as telling HTML to go directly to your root folder. So this file path is called the relative file path, and it is the best practice to use. So the next file path we are going to talk about is the absolute file path. So this absolute file path works with URLs. So let's say this image on Google, I want to display this image on my website. I'm going to copy the image address. Okay, I'm going to copy the image address and paste it here, and as you can see, it is available on my website. You know, images address are sometimes they can be very, very lengthy. Okay, so let me try another option here. Okay, let's go to this Wikipedia website and let's copy this image address and paste it here. And let's go back to our website and see. You can see the images here, and it is always best practice, okay, to input this auth description here. Okay, so this means if your page is broken, and people cannot find your image, you are going to see the code here, which was the description I gave to my image. Okay, what this does is, if you've seen screen readers or the blind people reading from or using a phone, you can tell what I'm going to say, because when they are reading from their website or using their phone, they don't see, it only reads or like scan through and reads for them and they hear. So if you don't put all descriptions, the reader or the screen reader is not going to notice what your image is. Okay, and if your image is also not showing, people will not be able to tell what image or element it's here, and it's going to make your website looks bad. Okay, so that is why we put alt descriptions here. So this file path doesn't work for just images, they work for CSS as well. As we put our CSS here, this is for the file path that tells HTML to go to the root folder and find CSS, style.css. So in case your style.css was in another folder, then you have to indicate that maybe the folder is called files. Okay, you indicate that HTML to access the files folder and get to files.css. So it's always best practice to use the relative file path and avoid the links, the URLs, because imagine if this one gets broken or Wikipedia decides to change this image or change the link. I mean, even if they change the image, the link will be broken. Alright, even if they take this image and put it to another page, this image will be broken or this link will be broken for my website, and it will not be visible for readers. Okay, so that is why it's always advisable to use the relative file path, which is this one, and that one, the images or the links are directly in your folder. Okay, if you are using CSS to import fonts, it's always advisable to put the fonts in your folder and use the relative file paths.